Hi, welcome or welcome back. If you are joining, this is Lisa. This is my second video actually. This probably should have been my first, honestly, but I was just too excited to jump in and do the mid-year freakout tag. I want to rewind the sands of time and start with the Newbie Booktube Tag. Again, this is probably your go-to. Everyone that started on BookTube started with this particular tag because, again, this is the true foray into becoming a booktuber. So first question is, why did you start your channel? The reason why I started this channel, being a consumer of YouTube, I've been on the BookTube platform for about 6 to 8 years, just really taking in a lot of the books that people are reading, the content that they wanted to share. And it wasn't until the last few years that I really started to engage the community, replying to people's posts or liking a video, right? I just was always lurking in the shadows. I didn't really put myself out there. Last year, I decided to take a plunge and start over on Instagram and start my own BookTube page, right? So I started that at Babe in Bookland, same tag. I started it there, and really what I started to see was the way in which people embrace you, right? Finding your community, people with like-mindedness or people with diverse opinions, right? People that also love to read books and love to talk to people. And through that, I started to see a lot of the booktubers and the Instagrammers or the bookstagrammers. They melded and they really started to have this community, and I wanted to be a part of that. So I said, okay, what's the next thing you can do, right? You're on Bookstagram. Why don't you try your hand at BookTube? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not the super young, creative book talker, right? That's not my ministry. I am the person that's going to, love to sit down and talk. My day job is something where I talk constantly, right? Like that is my job, and I often do it on video. So why not take what I do on a regular basis and put it in a YouTube format? So really, I started this channel as a way to, continue to take my journey into the book community and find and make online friends and have ways to chat, share my thoughts on books that I'm not seeing being publicized or marketed, and share with you all my thoughts and opinion, kind of like a journal. What are some fun and unique things that you think that you could bring to BookTube is my second question. Type and mention books that I think that don't get enough recognition or shine. I think that at some point you'll be able to see my humor. Right now it's a little bit of nerves and a lot of just, really trying to get understanding of this platform. But creativity. I am a Cancer, which I know it doesn't ask for my zodiac sign, but sharing a little bit about myself, I am a Cancer, so I'm really, really passionate. Sometimes I can mistake my passion for opinionated, and that's definitely what you're going to get on this channel. In addition to that, I want to embrace my creative side, so hopefully you'll be able to see a lot of that, and a lot of fun, and laughs. What are you most excited about for this new channel? Really seeing if I can find my tribe, right? Find people that like to read the wide array of books that I like. Really talking to people, engaging, learning, more about my reading taste. I think I have it pretty down pat, but I want to be able to get recommendations from you all, and being able to talk and have a community and share my thoughts, and being able to see, what adventures that leads, right? See where I can take it. That's really what I'm excited for. Wherever this platform takes me, that's what I'm ready for. Why do you love reading? It's another form of entertainment, right? I think for me, it is a way to see myself reflected into stories. I think it's a way to see and understand things that are different. It's a way to learn. I've been trying to do a lot more this year with reading one nonfiction a month. And I'm learning so much from that, whether it be a memoir or whether it be, I guess your textbook. What books or series got you into reading? Okay. So I've been a reader since a young tot. I'm going to show my age a little bit, but of course, Sweet Valley High and Babysitter's Club, right? Those are the books that I was reading when I was a very, very little girl. I took a break when I was in high school, so I really just focused on having fun with my friends. But then when I got into college, one of my roommates, she took me home to her, hometown in Kansas City, and while we were at her parents' house, she was like, "Hey, check this book out. I think everybody's loving it, and you all know what it was." I'm not here to promote Stephanie Meyer, but like everybody else, I was tearing this book up in 2007, 2008. So when I was in college, I went to my one of my roommates' house, and I tore through Twilight. I mean, all up and down her house, pacing in the middle of the night. Luckily, her parents were very kind about it, but that is really what got me back into reading. And ever since then, I've been, consuming and eating up books. What question would you ask your favorite booktubers? I'd really just like to know, hey, do you happen to have any tips and tricks? I think editing is something that, really scared me away from doing booktube for quite some time. I did not think that I was creative enough. I did not think that I was techy enough. I didn't think that I had the right equipment. So, any editing tips? What are your favorite videos? How do you get creative? How do you engage with your platform? Those are some of the questions that I would probably ask my favorite booktubers, because again, I think they do it fantastically. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? One is just talking to the camera, right? Getting comfortable with how you present yourself on screen. I think what people are coming for is not only your opinion, but an analysis of the book. And I'll tell you, I am a character-driven girl. I do like plot, but I am not, as concerned with writing unless it's terrible and tragic, right? I don't focus on some of the technical aspects of writing. So that's going to be another thing, right? I want to be able to hone in my skills on that. And I think that's going to be something that I'm going to struggle with because I read so much for entertainment. When did I start reading? Again, I started reading at a very young age. I started reading when I was a child. I used to have, like book fairs and stuff at my school. I think I got I am an avid library supporter. Again, if you can see, my name is Babe in Library. So again, that's something that you're always going to hear me hype up on my channel. But I got my first library card in 2003. So again, making sure, hey, someone please take me to the library. I need to get a book. Where do I read? That's a really good question. Any and everywhere, right? To consume the amount of books that I have right now, it is July 3rd, and I have read 69 books or so. So I read everywhere. I read audiobooks in the car. That kind of goes with the second, what kind of books do you like? So I read audiobooks in the car, audiobooks when I'm walking. At night, I will read either a physical book or an electronic book. Just depends on how much I've been on the computer, or, if I'm feeling like pulling something from the shelves, or if I'm picking up a Kindle book, right? So I have a Kindle, I read. I have an iPad, I read on my phone. I like to read in the bed, but I also like reading on the couch. Literally any and everywhere. I either have some sort of book on me, right? And then what does your book collection look like? Book collection is really, really diverse, right? And as I'm talking about what kind of books I like to read, I guess I'll go with genre, and then my book collection. So, my number one thing, according to, what is the name of that app? Storygraph. My number one thing for years have been romance. I am a romance girly. I love it. I consume it, eat it up like candy. I also love contemporary. So I love contemporary fiction, contemporary romance. Fantasy probably would be my next highest, or fantasy and paranormal would be my next highest category. And then as far as nonfiction, I love memoirs. So those probably are my top read. As far as romance, almost anything. So dark romance, paranormal romance, historical fiction romance. You pretty much have it. I'll read it. As far as my book collection, as you can see, I've got some taboo romance. You'll see Priest and Sinner here. You will see Ninth House, by far one of my favorite books that I read in 2020. You will see another favorite of mine, which is Razor Blade Tears. So I do enjoy thrillers. I like guts and gore as well. Not necessarily as much as horror, but that's a genre that I'll probably need to get into. See how much that sparks me. I've read Grady Hendrix. I have the Black Dagger Brotherhood. You can't see it. It's at the top of my shelf. So it's a wider range of things. So hopefully this will give you something to look forward into in my channel and want to stick around. But again, thank you so very much for joining me on this journey. And I hope you take a moment to watch my previous video, the Mid-Year Book Tag, like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully I will have much more content to bring to you. Thanks.